So thanks again for joining us as we continue to evolve and for supporting the studio and your own mental and physical health. So today's going to be fun. I think it's one of my favorite type of classes where you get to work at your own pace in a way. We're going to be working in little 5-minute blocks. And you'll get to set your own pace so that you have a lot of control over how hard you work today, and that you have a chance to be really respectful of yourself and what you need. Okay, so we're gonna start standing. You don't need anything around you. You have fun music that you'd like to put on. You know, I always encourage that. And we're just gonna start by warming up with a combination of getting the blood pumping and then stretching a little bit, little dynamic stretches. So, come to stand. And let's just take a few centering breaths and sort of arrive in the moment. Wake up the shoulders a little. So inhale up to the ears, exhale back and down, create some space across your chest. Big inhales through the nose, exhale out the mouth. One more time like this, and then we'll reverse directions. Inhale up, exhale forward and down. Just 2 more times. One more time. And then inhale, breathe the arms up overhead and shimmy out of the waist, from the waist, so that your rib cage is doing the work, not the arms reaching. They're little side bends. So feel your ribs side to side, which will make the arms move. One more time here. Gorgeous. And then drop that right arm, one concerted side bend over to the left. Inhale, lift up, switching sides. Exhaling over to the left. Inhale, lift up, clasp the hands behind the back, roll your shoulders down and reach down without arching the low back. So we want to open sort of the thoracic spine, but keep the lumbar spine long. One more breath here, check in with your neck. Do some gentle reaches, ear towards shoulder. And then release, and then just give yourself some little hugs. This doesn't have to be aggressive, but sometimes moving in a more dynamic fashion actually helps to stretch us out as well. One more time to each side. Gorgeous. And then let's just stand nice and tall. If you feel like your balance is funny this morning, you could always grab something. We're gonna turn out a little bit, take that left leg and just make some circles. So we'll do all on the left side. Inhale, exhale, you can move over. Inhale, exhale. One more time. And we're going to take this leg and swing it across. So you can tap if you need to in between, or you can just stand and swing. Just want your hips a little warm. Not fun to go right into squats or anything with cold hips. And then we'll take the other side. Circle out and around on the right. Inhale and exhale from the hip and from the pelvic floor. Good. Just one more time. And then letting that heel lead, cross the midline again. You can tap if you need to, or just swing. You got it. 3, 2, 1, heel. And release. Let's sit back to a little chair. Bring the hands to the thighs. Stretch the neck long, ears right over shoulders, and just draw that tail under, really hollowing the belly. You want to activate the abs and reach back long. Just 2 more times after this. Again, we just want to warm up the pelvis, start activating the muscles that will sustain us through the whole workout. Last breath. And then keeping your knees bent, just slide down until you feel that you're truly at your flat back. And then you can grab wherever that might be, making sure you don't round. You want to feel a little stretch in the backs of the legs here. One more breath, and then hands to thighs. We're going to tuck the tail under and roll our way up through the spine. Okay, so here's our little cardio and stretch. Oh, that's loud. All right, so we're going to step the feet wide, stay somewhat parallel. We're going to start with 20 seconds of just pulling the heels in toward the bottom, stretching the arms ahead, and rowing them back. So make sure everything stays square, right, towards the front of your room or towards me. And then you make a hamstring contraction to pull your heel like you're trying to kick yourself in the bum. Yes, better. Good. One more breath here. Land the feet, stretch the left arm in front of the chest, give it a stretch, settle the shoulder, and reach the fingers away. Back to those kicks with rows, so you're pulling everything. Drawing shoulders to spine, pulling heels in toward your bottom. That's it. Little breaths. You got it. I don't know about you, but I'm slow to wake up today. Land wide, take that right arm across the chest. Try to grab above or below the elbow. Effort of opposition, fingers away from shoulders. We're going to keep that turn out, slide down the wall, lift the left heel and pulse. Yes, try to keep your hips as level as possible, even though you have this unilateral work happening through the heel. Good, that was great, Lynn. Nice. Almost there. Good, come down here. Bring your right hand to the mat, open up to the left. And release, roll up through the spine, slide down that wall. This time it's the right heel that lifts. Remember, roll everything out, external rotation. Don't let the knees or the arches fall. Lovely. Get warm in the legs. Make sure you're breathing. Good, kick your hips back. This time the left hand comes down, we open to the right. Turn those ribs, stretch the shoulder. Roll up through the spine, turn to parallel, little hop side to side. You could step tap as well. So again, even in the warm up, you decide your pace and your exertion level. You gotta know your room too, right? Hopefully you guys aren't stepping on Legos and dog treats. Beautiful. One more big side bend out of the waist. Over to the right. You know me, I can't side bend enough. Lift it up, back to your little squat, back to your little house. And I don't know if you can hear me breathing at home. I'm sure my husband can hear me. I sure know how to use a good breath. Stand nice and long, side bend. This time to the left. Make sure you're stacked up. Beautiful. Little jumping jacks with a jab left. Jack, jab, all on the left side. Just one side. We'll do that in a minute. You got it. Also a step tap is right here. Stand tall. Grab your left foot, stretch that quadriceps out. Check your balance. Are you doing the ear trick? Jab, jacks, other side. So jack, jab, jack, jab the right. You got it. Getting warm up. In case you didn't already do an hour of gardening. Stand tall. Grab that right foot. Stretch out. All right. I'm hoping you're warm. Okay, so for our first 5-minute block, we're gonna work in repetitions of 10. So everything you do, you will do 10 times. I'm gonna show you the 4 exercises. Each block, there'll be an abdominal exercise, an arm exercise, a leg exercise, and a chance to get your heart rate up. So, you might want your mat lamps. 4 exercises. You'll want to wait. You might only want this, to be honest. All right, so I'll show you. The first 10, the first group of 10, double leg stretch with or without weights. You're going to find that strong imprint. You're going to curl everything up, reach everything out, draw everything in. I have a weight in my hands. You do not need a weight. Hold on, I'm not going to start yet. You do not need to have your head up either. So 10 double leg stretch. And we're going to come up onto our knees. And we're going to write our initials 10 times. So I'm going to write straight arms. And each time I'll change the direction I start in. Nice straight arms, shoulders tucked into their pockets. 10 of those, and we'll come up for squat presses. Squat, overhead press. Squat, overhead press 10 times. And then our opportunity to get our heart rate up will come later. So, double leg stretch, write your name, squat, overhead press. You can keep up with my pace, or you can keep repeating that at your own pace. All right, are we ready? You look so ready. Okay, find your strong imprint, hug your belly to your spine, soften your low back to the mat, bring the knees above the hips. Inhale here, reach over those legs. Inhale, prepare, 10 times out and in. So you're bending and extending your legs. So bend them in and reach everything out. So your torso doesn't come up and down. Everything just reaches out from the center. Good. I have 4 more. You might have different amount left. 3 for me, 2, and 1. I'm gonna roll myself up. You could certainly kneel or stand to write your name. So I'm gonna start over to the left, straight arms, and I'm gonna write my initials. Yes. And then I'm gonna return and start on the other side. Keep it in front of your chest. Don't make it huge. 10 times. Each direction counts as 1. This is interesting. I know we all have different initials. This is a challenge. Now, use your abs so that you're not taking this work into your spine, meaning there's no rotation involved, right? This is coming out from the shoulder and the mid-back. And then you're working both sides of the arms. All right, who's counting? This is 1, 2, 3. I'm on, are we on 5 or 7? We must be 7? You're on 5. Oh, he's keeping me honest.
But you're.
You can always take a break too if you get ahead of me. I have 2 more. Good, breathe. Don't forget to breathe here. Last one. Boy, does this work for me. I don't know about you. It depends on the size of your weight too. So if you have a heavy weight, you might only get through, 6 of those, 8 of those, not 10. Okay, you almost done? I love your shoes. All right, when you're ready, come up for squat to overhead press. You want 8? All right, 10 squats to overhead presses. Give yourself a little width, but remember to sit back, right? Bend those knees and hips. So weights come up. Inhale back, exhale, press straight up. Inhale, exhale, 2. And I don't know if this is a good cue for you, but it was great for me. Resist the floor. Resist falling into it, meaning push down, and then lift away from it as you come up. Don't come forward, just up. Here's 7, and 8, 9, and 10. Gorgeous. All right, we're back to the start. Back to 10 double leg stretches. When you're ready. And Lance and I might move at different paces, which is fine. Curl it up. Exhale out. And in. You got this, guys. I'm on 7. Don't go so low, back close. 8. Yeah, better. Last one for me. And I'm gonna roll up. Back to my name writing. Woo! That's 1 for me. I have a lot of A's in my name. I was gonna have you do your first name, then I thought, whoa, some of us would have an easier time than others. AMY is not bad. That's halfway for me. I'm not trying to over-exaggerate it. It's a lot of work. If you feel this up here, neck, upper traps, you're done. Take a break. You might come back to it, you might not. Be informed from your center. Here's my last one. You come up with me to do squat. You got that right. And I'm gonna come up, and this will be, we're almost at 5 minutes, so my 10 squats will be in. Inhale, exhale. Sitting back to the heels. Lifting glutes and pelvic floor when I stand. And that's 10 for me, and it's 5 minutes and 7 seconds. So I say you achieved. All right. In between each little block, we have a chance to get the heart rate up. So you can grab one weight, or like a kettlebell. I use any. No problem. So I'll turn to the side for this. We're gonna sit to a tiny little flat back squat and squeeze the glutes to come forward and up. So don't shift way forward. Come back in line with your spine. Ready? And go. This is about coming up more than going down. Keep your gaze up. Keep your belly really lifted to your spine. And it's a quick accent up. And that's what gets the heart rate up. You could absolutely do this without a weight, right? Just bring your hands together, swing through, and up. And don't come higher than your shoulders. You don't even need to come that high up. It's about getting your posture back up. Hips back under you. So stand. Yeah. So the hips have to come all the way up. Yes. So your knees do bend and straighten. It's not a typical deadlift. 5 more seconds. And stop. Nice work. A little water if you need it. We'll head into block 2. You're on week 2. All right. How do you think this? This time the magic number is 20. It's the only time the magic number is going to be 20. And they're going to be small. I'm also going to have a yoga block nearby. All right. I'll show you. So legs can be down. Legs can be bent in the air or straight in the air. 20 tiny little lifts. Sliding the ribs down. That's your first 20. Then you'll come up to your knees. Hug those elbows in. 20 little presses, holding one weight overhead. Oh, I just did that poorly. For the triceps, 20 presses there. And then for this, we're gonna tip to a yoga block, 20 little presses up. And we'll do one leg because we're gonna hope to get through this twice. And we'll do the other leg second. Does that make sense? All right. The 5-minute clock is gonna start. If your legs are down, your tail is in neutral. If your legs are up, you have an imprinted spine. 20 little pulses. Not a forward flexion, a flat lift. Look at your toes if your legs are up. Don't move your legs. Lift your chest. Yeah. Good. You got it, guys. Breathe. I'm on 18, 19, 20. Roll myself up. Give me kneeling, sitting, standing. So lift from the back. Hug those elbows in. Roll your shoulders down. Presses. 20. You don't have to go all the way straight. I want you to keep your neck long. Keep your ribs buttoned up, down to your hips. Oh, my shoulders are tight today. 17, 18, 19, 20. Weight aside, it'll be waiting for me. So now you could also do this kneeling. You wouldn't need the yoga block though, probably, for abductions. Or if you want to challenge your balance a little more, we're gonna tip to one side. You're gonna really open the chest. You can keep your arms straight up. Reach that top leg away from you, not behind you. 20 pulses up. Squeeze your glutes to lift. 1, 2, flex that ankle. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lift away from the block or the floor. 9, 10. Squeeze right here. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's do it on the other side. Let's see if we can get through one more time. So we got 20 of those pull-ups. I'm gonna do these with my feet down and show you the neutral spine. All right, here we go. This is actually harder for me because I really have to think about neutral and not tuck. And really slide the ribs down in together. Lifting those shoulders. That was 20 for me. You go at your pace. I'm gonna come up for those little triceps. Elbows reaching toward one another. Lots of space around my collarbone, tail down. You got this, guys. We're almost done. I think we're gonna barely get to the other side of the abductions. And then you'll be moving on. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm gonna bring it down. And Lance is gonna keep working if he needs to, but oh, he caught up. Sneaky guy. Remember, you can be down on the mat for this, down on your hand in a side plank prep, or you can come lifting here. Make sure your leg is not behind you. Reach it away from you. Push through that heel, squeeze the glute. If you kept your leg still and did nothing but squeeze your glutes, you get more out of this than winging your leg up and down. 7, 8, 9, lift away from the floor or the block. 11, 12, you should not feel this in your low back. 14, 15, I feel it in my standing leg though too. 17, 18, 19, 20. And that's it, 5 minutes. All right, chance to get the heart rate up if you want it. 45 seconds of jumping rope. If you don't want to jump, stepping and tapping is great, or little squat pulses. Okay, you ready? So we're just gonna pretend we're holding a rope. You could also kick and skip, which is a little less. You can also just kick, right? You choose the version that serves you. Good. And breathe. Whatever you're doing, try to stay light on your toes. Stay away from the ground, feel buoyant. And that buoyancy comes from the center, from that internal lift, from that buttoning up or zipping up, if you will. Yes, almost there. You know these are my favorites, right? Do you like these? Yes. I love jumping rope without a rope. It's way better without the rope. All right, 10 seconds. You got this. 5, 4, 3, 2, stop. Gorgeous. Take a break, get some water, shake it out, stretch it out, whatever you need. Fix your hair, wardrobe fixes, whatever you need. All right, we're doing really well, guys. Getting ready for third block. Okay, so this one's gonna be a little different. I know some of you have done this with me in the studio. We're gonna take a weight if you wish. You can do this with or without a weight. So I'll show you this one. You're gonna lay down. You're gonna swing your knees together to one side. And you're gonna keep your chest nice and flat and pulse straight up. So it's this sliding down of the ribs while the legs are in rotation that get the obliques. You could also reach a weight. We're just gonna stay on one side. We're back to the magic number 10. And then, can I turn the block? 10 push-ups. I love yoga blocks for push-ups. You may or may not. Okay, knees up or down, any variation you like. But remember, if your chin starts to reach and your low back starts to sway and you're losing your form, that's enough push-ups for you, even if you don't make it to 10. Okay, side lunges lunges after that. So we're just going to stay parallel. We're going to lunge to one side, keeping one leg straight, sitting back and coming up. So all be to the same side. So the first time through, we're going to go all one way, and the second time through, we'll go all the other way. Okay? So we've got those laying down oblique lifts. We've got push-ups. We've got moon the person behind you side lunges. Okay, 10 of each. Do you need push-ups? For push-ups? So decide if you want to wait or not for your yoga obliques. That's what I call these. You're gonna lay down, neutral spine, roll the knees to, let's go to the left, roll the knees to the left. All right, weight or no weight, 10 pulses up. So either your hands are behind your head or you're reaching the weight over your hip. Good, now this is a flat back thing. You're not really trying to curl forward. So maybe gaze up at the ceiling where the wall meets the ceiling. I'm on 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll get to that other side later. Roll yourself over for some push-ups. If you'd rather hold plank while I do push-ups, great. This is more for chest and arms though. Okay. 10 times if we can do it. Lift that belly. Good. Keep your ears right over your shoulders. Sometimes my knees slide out from behind me. Make sure you're in your correct form. Here's 8. For me, 9, 10. Lance is back here with his knees up, showing you that variation. All right, we're gonna come up for side lunging. So let's step to the left. So start in parallel, it's important. The feet need to start on train tracks and land on train tracks. We're gonna step over, sitting the hips back, long flat back, come up, all to one side. Bend that left knee and come up. Yeah. And I don't know if it helps you to see how flat my back is from the side. Good. Here's 6 and 8. Here's 9 and 10. That wasn't so bad. Back to the beginning. So now we're going to do everything to the other side now. So I'm going to take my knees over to the right. I'm going to use a weight. You can have hands behind your head. I'm going to reach up and pulse to the outside of my left knee. Remember, gaze is important. This side's harder for me. 7, 8, 9, 10. At least they're only 10. Flip it around for push-ups. And like I said, you change the number. You do what you want to do. Remember, if your elbows go wide, that's more of a chest push-up. If your elbows come back, it's more of a tricep push-up. Here we go. No extra points for chins reaching. So don't reach that chin. Good. I'm on 8. If you've had enough, you've had enough. And 10. Good job. Come up slowly. This time we're going to be stepping over to the left. Parallel legs. Inhale here. Bend that right knee. Come up. Make sure your toe didn't go pointing out to the right. Yes. Stay on those train tracks. Sit your hips behind you. Reach them back, sitting bones back. 6. Here's 7 for me. You can count for you. Good, last 2. And 10. Shake it out. Gorgeous. So we have time to go through halfway, one more round if you're with us. This time let's sit. Let's do obliques this way. Tuck that tail under, and we're gonna twist to the outsides of the knees. That's 2. Don't let your hips twist. 3, just your ribs. 4, good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is it. This is the last thing. Instead of push-ups, let's come to a knee down position, shoulder taps, without switching your weight side to side. So you're not rocking and rolling here. Here we go. You can tuck your toes if you want. 2, 2. Lift your belly, 3, 3. You can be in full plank, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6. You're in table dog, 6, 7, 7. Don't be in table. Good, 9, 9, 10, 10. Relax back. Beautiful job. That's just about 5 minutes. So what I was trying to tell Lance is a lot of people do this. Instead of being here in what feels like plank, they end up here. Then this isn't doing much for you. All right, let's get up for our chance to get the heart rate up. Oh, my favorite. Squat jumps. I love a squat jump. If you do not love a squat jump, you can do some jumping jacks. Maybe some step taps would be nice. You'd rather keep it less plyometric. Otherwise, you're gonna jump in, out. Chest up, tail down. You ready? Here we go. So you sit, quick in, long out. Yeah, guys. We're getting there. Bend those knees, sit back. Chest and knees up. If it becomes too much for you, maybe you want to squat pulse. Again, maybe you want to step tap. Do what's right for you. Breathe. 10 more seconds. You can do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it out. Nice job. Get some water. I have the towel off. It's hot in here. All right. Only 2 blocks to go. Doable? Doable. I like this block. Okay. Again, just leave it simple. This is one you can do with or without a weight. So, I'm going to split the feet a bit. Roll to the mat. I'll show you this one with and without a weight. I'm going to lift my right arm and my left leg. Curl up, come back down. I could bend the knee, and I could always also do this seated. So if forward flexion isn't right for you. 10 times across the body, right to left. If you want a weight, use a weight. All the same side. Then we'll come up for weighted arm circles. 10 of these. Overhead and back down. Sweeping circles from the lats and the mid-back, not from the top of the arm. And then 10 times left leg back, lunge to kick. So we'll lunge, we'll kick. Lunge, kick. You could also lunge, tap. So hopefully we'll get through the whole thing twice. Okay? You okay with 8? All right. So either lay down or start in your boat. Weight in the right hand if you want one. Left fingers tented on the floor. 10 times across the body. Inhale to prepare. Exhale up to the left. Back down. And 2. And 3. Good. You can bend your knee. 2, Lance. 4. Yeah, that's better. 5. You do not have to touch your foot. 6. Roll down. 7. This is for articulation. 8. Gorgeous. 9. 10. Release. All right. When you're ready, babe, I need that one. Come up to kneeling, standing, or sitting. Squeeze everything to the midline. Draw your tail down. Shoulders back and down. Palms start up, and they turn down as you circle overhead. Here's 2. 3. You got this. 4. If your shoulders aren't happy, you can make a smaller circle. 6. This is a lot of work. Use your abs. 7. Grow tall in your posture. 8. Lots of space around the ears. 9. Last one. 10. Weights go down and out of your way. You don't want to be stepping on them. Come to stand. Right leg is going to lunge back 10 times to possibly kick forward. Remember, you're not on a balance beam here. You good? Lunge back, bend both knees, spine straight. Push into that front foot, kick forward. Come back. Move forward. This does not need to be fast. 3. Use your front glutes. 4. Yeah. 5. Push through your heel. Good. 6. Here we go. 7. 8. 9. 10. Back to the top. Other side. So you're just seated with the weight in the left hand. Remember, you can come across like this, or you can lay all the way down, come up and lift. 1. Here we go. 2. You can bend that knee, remember. 3. You just want some rotation. 4. Roll down through the spine. 5. You've got this. 6. Light neck. 7. Use your breath. 8. Almost there. 9. Last one. 10. Gorgeous. Come on up for those seated or kneeling or standing arm circles. I'll do this one still. Shoulders back and down, ribs integrated into the spine. 1, 2. Yeah, good. Keep going. 3. Lance has heavy weights and shoulders are hard for him. So he's really got to work from here. Good. Not from the tops of the shoulders. I think that's 5. Here's 6. 7. Exhale when you come overhead. 8. You got this. 9. And 10. Awesome job. We've got lunge kicks on the right. Okay, parallel legs. We're going to start in a strong lunge. So we're going to bend both knees. This knee is not going to roll in. We're going to use the glutes. Inhale here, exhale, kick forward. Inhale back, straight spine. Good. 2. 3, kick through that heel. 4. Yeah, 5, flex your foot. 6. 7, it really is so much about the front glutes. 8. 9. And 10. Great job. All right, shake it out. We're gonna get ready for our cardio experience. After Lance kicks me in the chin. Okay, so modified version, tap out, turn your hips. These are the modified version or the lower impact version. You want to jump? You're going to jump and punch down, switch. Jump and punch down. So there's a little hop in the middle. You ready? Start with one leg out. That helps. Punch the same arm down. Switch. So you keep your gaze up. You keep the back leg long this time. You don't bend the knee. Now, you can really go here if you feel safe, or you have this. Step tap, very deliberate. Or your tempo, right? And again, sync with the sky. Keep going. Gorgeous. Yes, punch down. Almost there. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slightly longer break now. Water. We've got one last block. 5 more minutes of work. Tops. That's doable, right? My partner says yes. All right. Might want to have a band ready for this next one. I'll use this band. Use this one. All right. Are we ready? I think you're ready. All right. You could use blocks for this or be elevated on the surface if you wanted to. You don't have to be. So we're going to start in plank, whether you're on blocks or not. I'm going to show you the 3 exercises quickly. So we're here. We're going to lift up and back, tap right hand to left side, wherever you can tap. Come forward. 10 of those all to the same side, right hand to left leg. Then we're going to do some bicep curls. So grab your band if you have one. If not, weights work. Tuck it around the balls of the feet. Tuck your tail, lift your heart, lift your elbows. Curl it in. 10 times, it's only 10. Do nice full curls. All the way out, all the way in. Then, look how fancy this is. Keep your right leg in. Turn right over to table for donkey kicks. Straight back, not high up in the air. Nice and square. All on that side. All right, we should be able to get through this a couple times. Take your time with the plank to down dog and the bicep curls. Take your time with it all. This one doesn't need to be fast. Ready, Freddie? Do you need blocks? All right, here we go. Find your plank, blocks or not. If you're on blocks, just make sure they're secure. Make sure you feel plank. Make sure your hands are right under your shoulders. Now, lift your hips up and back, tap right hand to left leg. Downward facing dog. Forward. That's 1. Here's 2. Feel the shift in the weight to your legs, but don't shift to the left side. 4. Lift your abs. 5. Neck is long. 6. Holding plank. 7 would be an option instead of this. 8. 9. Last one. 10. Come on down. Grab your band. Hook it around those feet. Grab tension, set your tension, dig your heels in. Inhale, tall. Exhale, tuck that tail. Don't lean, roll behind your sitting bones. Lift your elbows. Heart forward. Pull all the way in, out. That's 2. 3. 4, your legs might be too far away from you. 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't let the elbows fall. 9, 10. Now take your left leg out. Keep your right leg in as you turn over. So the band comes between the inner thighs. Set up in table. Knees under hips. Lift your belly. That's all right. My band broke, but it's okay. It's an old one. I gave him the good one. Push straight back, pull in. No. Okay. Here's 3. And 4. You didn't do the turn over like you're supposed to. And 5. 6. 7. Take your time. 8. I'll catch up to you. 9. Last one, 10. And if you're still going, keep going. Back to the top. You're going to start back in plank. We definitely have time to go through one more time. Set up well, right? Make sure your hands are under your shoulders. Up and back, left hand taps right side, forward. Exhale for 2, you okay? And 3. Here's 4. And 5. Don't let your back arch when you come back to plank. Hang on tight. 6. 7. Now you can bend your knees when you come up if you need to, too, Lance. When you come up, bend a little. Yeah, does that feel better or no? Last 2. Last one. Beautiful. Come on down. Band's going to come across the balls of the feet. So heels in, sit up tall, and then tuck the tail, come right behind. Lift those elbows, but hug shoulders to spine. Shh. Slow curls. Shh. Shh. Breathe. Shh. Yeah. And you set the tension. And you know, you guys who have these green bands, there's a lot of resistance available on them. So you have to decide how much work you want. 8, 9, 10. Good, now last time I left my right leg in, this time I'm gonna keep my left leg in. I'm gonna roll right over. Hands hold the band between palm and mat. All right, hips level, belly engaged. You're gonna push straight back, draw in. That's 2. Good. It's more about extending your leg than lifting high. Lift your quads as well and squeeze your glutes. Here's 7. I'm kicking blocks over. 8. Look straight down at your mat. 9. Squeeze those glutes. 10. Release. Gorgeous. Put that aside. That's almost exactly 5 minutes. It's a good place to stop. Okay. Last chance to get the heart rate up. If you wish, blocks are great for this. We're gonna mountain climb. So with mountain climbers, you can go slow or fast. If you've also had enough, or your wrists have had enough, elbow plank is nice. So I'll give you 3 options. You have elbow plank with knee taps. Tap, 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 tap. Hips nice and level. You can hold full plank and tap out. Or if you want to go fast, you hold full plank, you pull those knees in and climb the mountain, okay? Do you want to join the fireplace? Pushy. And like Lance is going to show you, any elevated surface will do as long as you feel stable. All right, ready? Go for it. This is it, guys. Find a little blast. So don't tap your toes. Pull your knees in. Yeah, it's like you're running, Lance. Yeah, ready? Keep all your weight in your hands. Yeah, that's better. Keep that neck long, upper back long. So people get all caught up in the hips here. This is about the belly. Pull, 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 pull. Yes, that is better. You could be tapping out. You could also be elbow plank, knee tapping. 1, 2, each side. Good. Keep breathing. These always feel long. Keep those ears over your neck, over your shoulders. For 5, 4, 3, 2, done. Woohoo! It's sweaty up here in the electrodes. Time to stretch. Let's start standing, and then we'll move to the mat to finish if you have a little time. All right. I, of course, need my stretching music on. Get a sip of water first if you need that. Towel off if you need that. You need that. All right. Blocks are nice for this stretch. I'm going to give them to Lance. To the top of your mat. So first, let's just start with some movement. So turn out. We'll come to the blocks in 1 second. Keep your chest nice and tall. Bend one leg and then switch to the side. Don't pitch forward at all. Sometimes I like to push my hands in front of my chest and remind myself to turn open, to lift the arches and rotate externally through the hips. Good. For 3, 2, 1. Now bend into that left leg. Keep somewhat of a flat back. Take your right arm across to grab that ankle. You can keep your left hand on your thigh or lift it to the ceiling. Now use your arm on your leg to turn your torso toward that left knee and open up the back of the right shoulder. 1 more breath. And release. Come through center. Stack up the spine. Let's go side to side again. So even this dynamic movement loosens up the hips. 1 more time to each side. And then we'll land over to the right. We'll lift the belly as we sort of fold. Taking that left hand across, grab the outside of the leg. Turn your torso and open the back of the left shoulder. 1 more breath. And come through center. If you have a block available, that might be nice. We're gonna come into Malasana. which is a deep squat. So heels are in, toes are out. You can put yours on the tall way because your knees are rolling in too much. Yeah, or you can just hover here. You can grab the back of a chair. One more breath. And then to come out of this, be careful. You don't want to roll in. If you can push up and stand, great. Otherwise, you can come forward and then up. Nice. All right, here, get your blocks at the top of your mat. Okay, so I'll show you this from the side. Let's step that right foot forward just a little. Turn the left toes out on a little angle. And take your hands to your hips. Right now, I'm facing the left. I'm going to square up. Okay? So back hip is turned out, shoulders are square. I'm going to kick my hips back and my heart forward. I'm going to keep this front leg as long as I can and bring my hands to blocks or the floor or my thigh. I'm going to keep the back long. So don't let that back around. Now imagine your back hip, left hip, pushing forward and around toward your front heel. Say you're in stretch the back of the hamstrings. Good, one more breath. And then you can tuck your tail to stand. Put a little more space between your feet and let your toes both reach forward. And then leave the back heel down, bend that front knee and shift your weight forward to stretch the calf muscles. Yeah, it's almost your hips slide forward. Good. One more breath. And step that foot forward and shake it out. So this time the left foot comes forward just a little bit, not more than a pace. Turn your right toes out a little bit, but don't be on the diagonal. Square up so your inner thighs are trying to touch. Exhale, kick your hips behind you, reach your heart toward your toes. If you feel the stretch in the knee, you're probably locked. So just put a little life and softness there. And then you can reach to blocks, to the floor, to the thigh. You want this in the back of the hamstring, back of the thigh, right in the belly of the muscle. And it happens because you reach your ears away from your tail in a nice long spine. Remember, take that back hip, drive it forward toward the front heel. One more breath. And then tuck that tail and come up. Turn both toes face forward. Make sure that back heel is connected to the mat. And then bend into the front knee as you shift your weight forward through the hips. See if you can stretch that back calf. If you don't feel that, and you want to come lean forward against something with the toes propped up, that works too. You just want to get into the calf muscles. And this you can feel differently in like the soleus, as opposed to the gastrocnemius by bending the knee. One more breath. And then gently release. Come to the top of your mat. Inhale, breathe your way up. Exhale, bow over your legs. Plant your hands and step your knees back. Keep your knees together and sit your hips back. Take your hips out to the right just a little bit and walk your hands to the left. Place right hand on top of left. Push your right hand away from your right hip. Yes, one more breath. And then come carefully back through center. Take the hips slightly to the left, hands to the right, left hand on top of right. Effort between left hand and left hip. Relax your neck. One more breath. Come back to center. Walk your way forward and slowly lower to the mat. Right foot and right hand. Let's stretch out the quadriceps. Rest your head on your fist. Make sure your knee is still underneath the hip. Push the foot into the hand. Make it an active stretch, but soften the front of the hip, that hip point toward the mat. One more breath here. Gently release and switch sides. Again, a lot of times it's hard to gather the foot, so we have to do funny things, but make sure that your inner thighs are parallel. Rest your head if you wish. Again, push the foot into the hand. Make it active. You'll open your shoulder that way a little as well. Melt the front of the hip and elongate the muscles of the thigh. One more breath here. Gently release, split your legs to the corners of your mat, let your heels roll in. Take your arms to bow pose. Exhale, pull your belly up and let your tail reach down between your legs. Inhale, roll your shoulders back and down and lift your heart forward. So first you're just here propped up on that bottom rib. And encouraging that thoracic flexion, extension might be enough for you. Or you might want more. And if you've got the extension at the top of the spine, you can lift your belly and let it chase its way all the way down the length of the spine. Try not to squeeze your glutes. Good. One more breath. Gently release. Roll right over to your back. Just going to do a little rotation to finish. Cross your right heel over your left knee. Look between your legs. You should have a little triangle shape or a little pizza wedge. Stretch your arms out from your shoulders. You're going to let your legs fall to the left without letting the thighs touch. And you'll try to stand on that right foot. You can turn your gaze to the right if you wish, and you're going to try to open your knee, your right knee, away from your body. See if you can stretch into the hip a little more while enjoying some spinal rotation. One more breath here. Now this is going to sound funny. Now you're going to bring the inner thighs together. Use the left hand to encourage that right leg to come across the body even more for more spinal rotation and for a little more stretch in the back of the right hip. No, I bent it. I just slid it under my other knee. Yeah, slide it under the knee. One more breath. And come back to center. One last stretch on the other side. In center here, if you align your pelvis under your spine, you might enjoy drumming your sacrum a little, just lifting up your hips and dropping it down. The vibration will either feel great for you, which we know is good for the bones, or if your SI joint isn't happy, you might not enjoy it, so listen to your body. You like that? Yeah, it doesn't hurt. He doesn't know if he loves it. All right, and then land. You'll feel a little energy through the system. Left ankle over right knee. Arms reach out from shoulders first. We're going to keep that space between the inner thighs as the legs fall to the right. So we're twisting the waist, trying to stand on the left foot without bringing the thighs together. That can be hard. Gaze turns back to the left, and then we try to open this knee or let it fall away from the body, not toward the body. And a stretch here and in the spine. One more breath like this. And then if you want to take it out of the front of the hip, tuck that left foot under your right knee and use your right hand to encourage the knee to come a little more toward the right, a little more spinal rotation away from this anchored left shoulder. One more big breath here. Come back to center. Hug your knees. Rock and roll if that feels good to you. To release the low back. You might enjoy bringing the legs up into the armpits like a modified happy baby. And then you'll roll to one side or roll right up. Final stretch on hands and knees here. One cat and one cow. So we'll push the floor away and round around the sternum, hugging the belly up, draping the chin down, arching the ribs. And then starting from the center with control, hugging the belly up, rolling the heart forward and the tail up, shoulders back and down. From here, we're going to tuck the toes, walk the hands back, and lift the legs up in the air, coming to hang upside down over the legs. We'll bring the inner thighs together in a little turnout and cross the hands in front of the chest as we roll up through the spine, setting the shoulders for final balance. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale, high release. All done. Phenomenal job, you guys. That was